Right, I think that's working. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So, um, I am today I'm starting on a new Roblox game, and I don't want to give too much away because I think I've got some pretty good ideas that I don't want anyone to steal before I can finish the game because it's obviously, well, not obviously, but it's not going to be done for a while, and maybe it won't even be done. But the hope is it's got some really cool. It's got this really cool gimmick that I don't think I've seen used anywhere on Roblox before, but it could be a really cool gimmick, and I'm excited to add it in. And what I will say is, if you've ever played Minecraft Dungeons, it's going to be a bit like that, like a kind of dungeon crawler game, with like a multiplayer of up to 4 players. You get better stuff, sort of like that. But partially the reason I'm starting this is because the last project I did, which was Make Your Move, which I haven't exactly quit yet. I might carry on with it. I'm just a bit undecided. I'm just taking a break from working on that game because it's getting a bit tiring. But that game had a really bad foundation of code because I made it like a year ago when I was a lot worse at coding than I am now. Now I've got a lot more concepts. Well, I understand a lot more concepts, so this should have a better code base, and I'm excited to try out new things like custom object-oriented programming, like with module scripts. Because I would say that this counts as object-oriented programming, because like a part here, that's an object. It's got properties and stuff, position, rotation, and you're working with that. But if you have a module script, then you can like make your own classes. And I've tried this a little bit in Python, but I haven't tried it in practice on Roblox. So I'm excited to try that out. I have a few uses for it in mind that will definitely be helpful. So, yeah, the first thing I'm going to do, so I've gone on the asset manager and I've got the starting place, which is like going to be the lobby, and the in-game. This is in the in-game now because I'll Make Your Move. I made the starting place. I just started working on the in-game inside of that, and then I had to transfer. I had to like make a third place as a temporary holder, and then change over which one, and change over the lobby to the starting place, and the in-game to the other one. So I'm not going to do that again. Okay, wait, so YouTube said that my stream bitrate was too small. I'm gonna have to look at the stream and check that out. I bumped it up to 6,800. I had like 2,800 before. So we'll see if it's any better now. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And I'm not like lagging or anything now. So I think I'm gonna proceed like this. So, also earlier, something I was excited for yesterday, and I've just done today, is I've changed around my like script interface, because before I just had the default one and it's a bit boring, and I saw some tutorial video for like meta tables and they had a really nice script editor. So I've just gone for like a consistent style. It's not like perfect, and I'm still using the default font because I couldn't find one that I liked more, but I've got like local tables to 25 high and game.players.playerAdded weight, and then print table test. Like that's an example of hold on, table 1. This is an example of the code colors. I've gone for like orange and then light blue on a few things, orange and yellow, because I think it looks cool, and with the selection. And also I've got nil as red because I feel like that's fitting. I've also got false and true as this like nice blue color. And then I've got like local and function stuff all to this like purple blue color. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But I'm not switching to dark mode though, because hot take, but I just think light mode is tons better because dark mode is just too depressing and everyone uses it. Okay, I'm trying to think where to get started on this. So I think what I'm gonna need to do is create a custom players service. This is gonna be like partially because of one of the gimmicks I've mentioned. So I'm gonna have to create like a folder in replicated storage for this. How does that work? I'm gonna just create a folder called services. I don't know, I've never made something like this before. And then I can probably organize these into separate folders. So I'll create a folder here called like because I need player service and like character service. What, I guess they'd be like core services. I saw someone use core as a folder, but then I don't know what other services would even be classed as. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll just create core for now. Module script. Alright, I don't just want to call it players because that'll get confused with the actual players service. So, what could I call this? Like, This is going to create like player objects, and they can either be like guest players or linked to a user ID, I think. I might just call this player service, because whenever I reference actual players, I just do local players. What's the game? Get service. Oh, it's because I'm after return, but that's what I do. So players is a bit different to players service. Okay, local player service. Did you know you can actually use Control D to select what your cursor's over? So instead of having to like go over here and double click to copy it and paste it, I can just do Control D, Control C, and then here I can just double click and do Control V. I found that out the other day on accident. You can also use it to select multiple something, so I can do Control D twice, and then I get 2 cursors, which is weird. But you can have like as many cursors as you want with that. It's such a weird like hotkey. I don't know, key combination. Strange. I wonder what people actually use it for. So local player template, I think. And then you add in a table here. And then if I expand this down, I think this can be a dictionary, because you put like name equals to player one, something like that. Yeah, name equals to change me. So if in debugging I see change me, I know something's gone wrong. What else do I need to add? And then you can like set meta tables and stuff. I haven't ever used this. Hang on, I've got a better idea. No, I don't. I have an idea. Client ID equals to 1 by default. Oh, I forgot a comma there. That's why. Actually, instead of 1, maybe I can do 0. Because then if I see 0, I know there's a problem. And I'm going to add in comments so I know what I'm talking about in future. Create the default player. Oh, create the blueprint for the custom player object. Clone this dictionary and change the values. There we go. I think that comment could maybe be a bit darker. It's kind of hard to see. I'm gonna change that now. Script editor. Where's comment? Here, let's just make it like that. And then to do. Where's that? I can't actually remember how you use to do, but it's fine. Maybe I can figure it out. Let's see. Oh. Action 1 equals to done. No, I have no idea how you do this. I just know you can write to do. Name and client ID. Is that it? I guess it is. Right. Function player service dot new, I think. Player service. Okay. Does table.clone work on a dictionary? I doubt it. I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, so in case I add a subtable in, like this. Why is it doing that? Oh, because I'm used to pressing the bracket, but I changed that setting. I'm probably going to change that too, because that's annoying. Script editor. Skip. Yes. Actually, I could do where is it? Auto closing brackets and quotes. I can just turn that off so then I can, because I have a 60% keyboard, so I don't have the right arrow. So I can just type both of them instead. I think that's good. Auto clean, empty line. You know, that's all good. So then I can do sub table equals to like that. Hi, hello. There, that's good. Alright, I don't know what other properties a player template can have. I guess I can add them in. No, I think I'll have to. Alright, what other things? I've got another thing for services. Instead of core, I guess, like, helper. Like, I can just add that into... I can just add that in, maybe into core. Helper service. I don't know what would be good to call it. Local helper service. Return helper service. I don't actually know. I don't know why you need to make a table and return that. But actually, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I've just never really thought that much about it. Okay, so I'm going to make a function. Helper service dot deep clone. Yeah. I want to say table to clone, but what if it's a dictionary? Okay, so local result equals to this. And then I can do index value in table to clone. Do result index equals to value. I think that deep clones it, but I might be wrong. Return result. Because then if I have a table of like local uncloned table equals to 1, 2, hello, world. What's wrong? Oh. Then if I do this, then, hang on. Okay, yeah. Then uncloned table 1 can be put in result 1. Uncloned table 2 can be put in result 2. And I think setting result 3 as uncloned table 3 will hopefully just paste in this and not uncloned table 3, which would suck if it did. So yeah, I'm gonna need to test that out. Deep clone, is that, should I use Pascal or camel case? This is the question that everyone has to decide on. I mean, I've seen other people use camel case for this, and then camel case for like functions, and Pascal case for methods. But I don't know, it doesn't feel as clean using camel case after a dot. It just looks weird. I use camel case for like everything, but maybe new should be this. Although instance.new is lowercase. So I think I will go camel case for this. But I don't know. I'm still torn. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is add in a module script and just call it like global variables. This is something I did in my past 2 big games. And basically what this is because I don't like referencing 10 million variables. All I do is reference this script, and then this script has everything in it, so I can just pull as much information out of it as I want. So local replicated storage equals to game. Whoa. Game. Get service replicated storage. I doubt you need to do that because it's inside of replicated storage itself. I'm not entirely sure. But I might as well do it like this. Actually, I can just do global variables dot replicated storage. That's easier, so I don't have to make a variable and a return for everything. Global variables dot services folder, yeah, equals to replicated storage, dot replicated storage, and then dot services. I don't think I need variables dot, and I'm going to get rid of the folder here because that's annoying. Dot helper service equals to require core service core services dot help service. That's fine, I think. Then I can just reference global variables from the player service, like local get service replicate storage, local global variables equals to require replicate storage dot global variables. Helper service, and it would be much more and I need to access even more variables from even more modules. Player service.new. Okay, so this will create. No, that's. Hang on. I'm not completely sure, but I can try. Okay. Local. I can just variables.deep dot helper service dot deep copy deep clone. Okay, for some reason that's not indexing, which is concerning. I think it's fine. Deep clone. Player template. And then it should hopefully just return that. If I go home, this service is a library of useful reusable functions. Reusable helper functions. Yeah. And this one here. Create a deep clone of a table or dictionary. Actually, because it can be a dictionary, I'm gonna just put key because they use keys. Like name is a key, but index would just be 1, 2, or 3. So, yeah. Okay. So, what can I do with this? Is hang on. I know what I'm gonna add, but I don't know what to name it. Client leader or something. And this can be, well, with a boolean it can only be false or true, so I can't really have like a warning sign. So I can just do false, and if there's no client leader, then I know there's a problem. That's because it would be bad to have multiple, because that would break some things, I think. Right, now what? Hang on. Client ID. I know. Input device equals to enum dot user input type dot, and this could be a lot of things. Dot nil, that's not a thing. So I'm just gonna put, there's not really a placeholder here. Enum dot user input type dot, oh, none. There is. Right. That's good. Can't you do user input service, like get primary input or something? I'm not too sure. Because then I could set that to the default. And linked user ID equals to, like, what's the limit for a server? Because these players have like negative user IDs. Okay, 8. So if I do -9, that'll never be used. Actually, no, 0 won't be used. And then, no, because I need 0 to be, there's none. Linked user ID can just be like guessed. No, that's bad. Hang on. I'm just going to put 0 because that just means none. And then local profile ID equals to like 0 as well. Then in here we can have local player equals to, or false by default. So then if is local player, then I guess this can be like 0. Actually, no, this can, I guess you can have multiple profiles, like in Minecraft Dungeons, where you can have many different heroes that you can pick who's using which one. Okay, I'm back. I've added what's client ID? This is like player 1, 2, 3, etc. Client leader. Whether the player is the client affecting camera weight. This setting, no, wait. The client leader may be changed during playtime. Okay, I feel like I've added way too many comments, but I think they're probably helpful, so it's fine. Player.name, player.user ID. I think this is fine. Yeah, that's fine. So, right, okay, I'm gonna need to make some kind of system for this now to create the right number of players. I think I should store a table of, hang on. Get global variables. And then local new object equals to this, and then table.insert player objects new object, return new object. So this will add everything to this table. And then what I can do is add a function for removing. How do I do this? Player template. Should I call it remove or destroy? Or delete? Or decommission? I'll call it delete. I feel like that makes sense. So then what I've learned is you can use self if you use a method. It passes through the exact object that's being deleted, as if I was doing like workspace.baseplate destroy. It's destroying the base plate. So what's being passed through here is the exact player object. So I can do local index of, hang on, I'm just going to call this player object for consistency. Index of player object, table.find player objects self, and then table.remove player objects, index of player objects, because you have to give the position as a number. You can't just put the instance remove because you might have multiple. So that should be good. Okay. And then I can add another one, function player service dot get players, and then I can do local result equals to, wait, no, I don't even need to do that. I can just do return player objects, right? Or will this be something else? Am I returning a copy of the table or a reference to it? Because I might be just returning a copy. So I'm just going to do global variables dot helper service dot deep clone player objects. Okay. So I need to make the system when you join the game and everything. It needs to call player service and create a new player object. I've got a helpful function I can do. Function player service dot get local player associated, get local player. I can just do for what? For index. Hang on, with helper service, what did I do? Yeah, that's fine. For index player. Hang on. Player object template, I'm gonna need to do. Yeah. Player object in player objects do if player object dot is local player, then return global variables dot help service dot deep clone of player object. Right. And that's probably gonna be helpful. Okay, one thing I need to do is set a meta table. Local player object meta table equals to, and then I kind of completely forgot how to create a meta table. I know how it works, but I have literally no idea how to create it. I know I do set meta table player objects meta table and you do like underscore underscore something something meta table documentation. Hang on. Meta methods, that's what they're called. I'm reading a second. What's this? Underscore underscore index equals to vector 2. Hang on. What's function T? I'm confused. Oh, so that is the function. Why do you have to return that? I'm confused right now. So okay. So what's all of this then? I've completely forgot how to do this. Attempt index nil something. Help. What does that do? Help. Why does it add help? When that happens, when this happens. How to use a colon meta table Roblox. Okay, I'm just gonna open up this video. This
Even
is
though
the
my
one I
team is pretty
watched.
small, keeping track of our tasks remotely was a
10K,
major struggle.
please.
Now we're planning meta.
Okay, alright, let's see. I've got another advert. This is so annoying. Okay. How did this guy do it? Oh my god, I keep getting adverts. This is so annoying. Oh, I'm gonna get another ad. Oh, I didn't. Come on. I literally have no clue what I'm doing. maybe it was this guy's other one. Let's see. Which is the one I watched? I'm gonna have to just look it up on YouTube again. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one.
Look.
Okay. Oh, he's not showing me the script, he's just showing me the output. What? Okay, this looks promising. Set meta table. Self meta table. Okay, so you need to set the individual thing as the meta table. But I feel like I'm missing something. What? Okay, so he's got metatable dot underscore underscore index equals to metatable. What? This is so confusing. He's got that here. Does he have it here? He does. Okay, I think I get what he's saying. So I need to do play objects metatable dot index equals to play objects metatable, and that worked. So then here I think I need to do that. And then theoretically it should work. Okay, I'm just gonna make just to start to play a script to test this out because I'm not entirely sure if I've done this right. Test player service. Okay. Let me get global variables. Boom. And I'm also gonna get global variables dot player service equals to require global variables dot core services dot player service. So then what I'm going to do is local test player object equals to global variables dot player service dot new, I think. Dot new, yeah. over this meta table. Not entirely sure, but maybe it'll work. Print test player object, and I saw this guy do load string, and then I can do game dot players dot game dot starter player dot starter player scripts dot test player service dot source. What? Print loaded. I don't even know if that. No, it didn't. Okay, well, maybe I'll just run the game and test it. Let's see. Literally nothing happened. Hello? Print hi. Print global variables dot player service. Print test player objects. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, it's starter player scripts. I'm such an idiot. Required recursively. What does that even mean? What? Line 5. There isn't a line 5. What? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, this isn't here. This is in... this. Okay, so maybe in global variables, I should just ditch the require. That way, maybe that won't happen. And then in player service, I can just do require module local helper service equals to require global variables dot helper service, and then I can do helper service dot deep clone. I can just ditch this, and then maybe that'll work. That's my guess. Shoot, again, it starts to play scripts. Okay, that's good. New is not a valid member of module script. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, I didn't require it in here. Require modules, local player service, equals to require global variables dot player service. Oh yeah, I can just do that and test this. And that's perfect. It's actually kind of working. And then I can do can I do test player objects delete, print test player objects, missing method delete of table. Okay, I think I know why. So the meta table here is meant to be on this, not on this. This is just a storage. And then I can do new, and then player object meta table, and then try that out. Delete of table. I don't really know, but I'm out of time.